Hello friends, welcome to Vamsi's Golden Series for IAS. Let's start with ancient history. I divide this module into 5 parts: Stone Age and Indus Valley Civilization, Vedic period and post-Vedic period, Mauryan, pre-Mauryan as well as post-Mauryan invasions, Satavahanas, South India and miscellaneous kingdoms, Gupta and Harsha. I divide first part into 2 subparts: Stone Age and Indus Valley Civilization. This video is about Stone Age. What are the concepts that I am going to tell you here? First, we understand the timeline. Then we will see Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age and Neolithic age. This topic is not at all an important topic for UPSC. Hardly any question will be asked from this, but just for our satisfaction we will do it. Let me explain you the timeline. 4600 million years ago, or you can say 4.6 billion years ago, the earth was formed. And 3500 million years ago, or 3.5 billion years ago, life on earth has begun. Getting me? 6 million years ago, comparatively देखिए 3500 millions कहाँ, 6 million कहाँ, बहुत टाइम के बाद first man appeared in Africa. That too not different from ape, almost similar to ape. So कहाँ appear हुआ? Africa. 6 million years ago. Getting me? 2 million BC, that means almost 2 million years ago, first modern man appeared again in Africa. Are you getting me? No need to mug up exactly, but एक idea के लिए मैं बता रहा हूँ. वहां से लेके the phase is called quaternary phase. In the evolution of Earth, this phase from 2 million BC onwards, जो present हमारा time है, अभी ये सारे quaternary phase है. Are you getting me? And 2 million BC time pe, the whole earth was covered with ice until 12,000 BC. So that period is also called Pleistocene or Ice Age. Hope you are getting 2 million BC till 12,000. You see 12,000 exactly मुझे थोड़ी पता है, थोड़ा आगे पीछे approximate figures दे रहा हूँ मैं. 2 million BC to 12,000 BC, it is called Pleistocene or Ice Age. After that, ice has started melting, and you know what is present. So this is called Holocene. After Pleistocene, it is Holocene. You understand this? Formation of Earth 4.6 billion years ago. Life began 3.5 billion years ago. First man appeared in Africa, not different from ape. That happened 6 million years ago. And first modern man appeared again in Africa. That happened 2 million years ago. And वहाँ से लेके the phase is called quaternary phase until 12,000 BC. That बीच में वाला period is called Pleistocene or Ice Age. After 12,000 BC, it is called Holocene. Let me go deep from 2 million BC onwards because the man is there. So 2 million BC till 12,000 BC, this is called Pleistocene or Ice Age. That is also called Paleolithic age. Because this Paleolithic means stone. So वहाँ जो man appeared है, man had stone tools. He used to have tools made with stone, no metal, nothing was there. So Stone Age. So out of this Stone Age, Paleolithic means old Stone Age, Paleolithic. Then 12,000 BC to 10,000 BC, this was the period when ice had started melting. That means the conversion of Ice Age to Holocene. So बीच में ये धीरे धीरे मेल्ट होने लगा था. That is called Mesolithic, middle storage. And after that, till the copper was discovered, the first metal, that period is called Neolithic. That means ice was melted properly, and it was now like the present day. So 10,000 BC onwards, till you can say approximately 4,000 BC, in most of the areas, that is Neolithic. So this whole is called Stone Age because man has used stone tools during this period. So Stone Age, and out of the Stone Age, Old Stone Age are Paleolithic, Middle Stone Age are Mesolithic, then Neolithic. I'll explain one by one, don't worry. After this, till 1500 BC, this is called Copper and Bronze Age because copper was identified, then copper, bronze, so metal, so Chalcolithic you can say, Chalcolithic phase. Hope you understand. Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic. After that, Aryans came and Vedic period and all. That we will see in another topic. डोंट टेक इट सीरियसली. इस पे तो कोई क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में तो आना नहीं है यूपीएससी में. मे भी छोटी एग्जाम में कहीं पूछेगा तो इसलिए जस्ट माइंड में रखिए, नॉट टू मग अप. Again this Paleolithic age, since it is a long period, I want to divide this into again lower Paleolithic. कि कोई काम का नहीं, इवन 50,000 कहीं 60,000 लिखा, कहीं 70,000 लिखा, हम इतना सीरियसली और इतना एग्जैक्टली कोई लेना देना नहीं इससे. 2 million BC till 50,000 BC lower Paleolithic, 50,000 to 40,000 middle Paleolithic, and 40,000 to 12,000 you can say upper Paleolithic. Getting it? So this is all about timeline. नेक्स्ट हम स्टार्ट करेंगे पैलियोलिथिक एज. बिफोर गोइंग दैट, लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड सर्टेन वर्ड्स. व्हाट इज हैबिटेशन साइट्स? हैबिटेशन साइट्स आर दोज प्लेसेस वेयर पीपल लिव्ड. अगर ये 1 लाख BC टाइम पे कहीं लोग रहा है किसी साइट में, दैट साइट इफ इट इज डिस्कवर्ड नाउ वी कैन कॉल इट दैट वाज ए हैबिटेशन साइट. दीज इंक्लूड केव्स एंड रॉक शेल्टर्स. होप यू अंडरस्टैंड. इट इज ए वेरी बेसिक पॉइंट. खास की पॉइंट है नहीं इसमें कुछ, या एग्जाम में पूछने वाला लायक पॉइंट तो है नहीं, वैसा बताना मेरा ड्यूटी है, मैं बता रहा हूँ. सिमिलरली कुछ साइट्स को बोलेंगे फैक्ट्री साइट्स, क्योंकि यहां से स्टोन मिलता है इस फॉर्म में जो उससे टूल्स बना सकते हैं. सो दैट्स व्हाई एज स्टोन टूल्स वर इंपॉर्टेंट, पीपल ट्राइड टू फाइंड प्लेसेस वेयर गुड क्वालिटी स्टोन वाज इजीली अवेलेबल. Places where stone was found and where people made tools are known as factory sites. नाम से ही पता लग रहा है ना. हैबिटेशन साइट्स में जहां रहा है, फैक्ट्री साइट्स में जहां से स्टोन लेके आया है और उससे टूल्स बनाया है. गेटिंग इट? कोई काम का नहीं. नेक्स्ट ये याद रखिए, व्हाट वर द इंपॉर्टेंट places or sites at that period. Paleolithic age में important sites क्या है? एक है भीमबेटका. भीमबेटका बारे में हम कल्चर में भी केव आर्किटेक्चर में भी पढ़ेंगे. So भीमबेटका caves are in present day मध्य प्रदेश. They are rock shelters. उस टाइम से ही Paleolithic period में ही यहाँ लोग रहे हैं. Almost 1 लाख BC टाइम से continuously Paleolithic में भी लोग थे भीमबेटका में, Mesolithic में भी थे and even Neolithic में भी थे. So there was continuous habitation of people in this place, at this place. Getting me? भीमबेटका caves. यहाँ even paints, ये नर्मदा वैली में है, मध्य प्रदेश में है. Even there were rock paintings. The paintings are primitive records of wild animals, war processions and hunting scenes. They are crudely but most realistically drawn. कोई काम का नहीं. So वहाँ पेंटिंग्स भी मिले हैं. So this is one side, Paleolithic side, भीमबेटका. Got it? Similarly, another side, Hansgi. Hansgi is in present day Karnataka. It is on the bank of Tungabhadra. Tungabhadra is a tributary to river Krishna. So Hansgi. So a number of early Paleolithic sites were found in Hansgi on the bank of Tungabhadra river in Karnataka. So Hansgi is also a Paleolithic site. Just Hansgi mind में रखे, nothing to take seriously. Okay. Similarly, Kurnool. Kurnool is in Andhra Pradesh, present day Andhra Pradesh. It is also on the bank of Tungabhadra. So, even there was a finding of ash, that means fire. So, traces of ash have been found in Kurnool caves. This suggests that people were familiar with the use of fire. But इतना मगप मत करिए. So, Hansgi, Kurnool, भीमबेटका ये क्या है? Important Paleolithic sites है. Got it? One more, that is Patne. Patne is in Maharashtra, present day Maharashtra. वहाँ Paleolithic period का ostrich eggs मिले हैं. So ostriches you can see in the figure. These are like hen, like this kind of birds. So ostriches were found in India during the Paleolithic period. Large quantities of ostrich egg shells were found at Patna in Maharashtra. Designs were engraved on some pieces, while belts were also made out of them. कोई काम करें, just mind में रखें. पत्ने, कर्नूल, हंसगी, बिम्बेटका. And what they have done early time? Nothing. Hunting, and they have gathered plant produce अगर कहीं मिलता है तो, and they made stone tools and painted on cave walls. So this was their work. Got it? Understand what are megaliths. Megalith, microlith ऐसा नाम आता और देखते रहेंगे. Megaliths means these are large stones that are generally used to construct a structure or monument. Generally they are like ऐसा naturally बन जाता है. From picture you can make out जहाँ रहने का it is easy. So these are large stones. Megaliths नाम से ही पता लग रहा है. Lith means stone, mega बड़ा. So the word megalithic describes structures made of such large stones without the use of mortar or concrete. That means naturally, generally उस time पे mortar कहाँ से आएगी? Representing periods of prehistory characterized by such constructions. So generally hills के ऊपर ऐसा जगह में रहते थे लोग. So those are megalithic. That's why megalithic period. You understand? Hope you understand Paleolithic. Now we move to Mesolithic. After 12,000 BC, what happened? Because of climate changes, so there was a shift from cold condition to warm condition, and the ice had started melting and grasslands have started developing. Hope you understand? So obviously जब grasslands बढ़ता है, so this will increase automatically the number of deer, antelope, goats, sheep, cattle, such animals which survived on grass. उसको grass मिल रहा है तो वे भी बढ़ गया है. And those who hunted these animals now followed them, learning about their food habits and their breeding seasons. It is likely that this helped people to start thinking about herding and rearing these animals themselves. So यहाँ पहले बार people started rearing these animals. Fishing also became important. They started fishing also. And in fact, the dog was the first animal to be tamed. इतना माइंड में रखे. Mesolithic में क्या है? Ice started melting and grasslands आने लगा है. Then certain animals बढ़ गया है. Then people started rearing them, as well as in fact dog might have been the first animal to be tamed, and they started fishing also. Got it? Similarly, this was a time when several grain bearing grasses like wheat, barley, rice, they naturally grew. They have not made, actually, not anybody, they do not know, they naturally grew, and people they started collecting these plant produce. They found it good, and now what they have done, they started learning, they started observing ये कब आता है, किस टाइम पे ripen होता है, कहाँ आ रहा है. They started noticing all these things. Getting it? So this is all the development of Mesolithic phase. कि कोई काम का नहीं, एग्जाम में तो आना ही नहीं. मैं इसलिए बता रहा हूँ क्योंकि आपको ऐसा ना लगे कहीं कोई टॉपिक स्किप हो गया. जस्ट पर्सनल सेटिस्फैक्शन के लिए. अदरवाइज तो इसको जस्ट एक बार सुनना है आपने, एज ए स्टोरी समझना है. उसको कोई पॉइंट दोबारा रिवाइज मत करिए, रिवाइंड मत करिए, बार बार पढ़ने का कोई काम नहीं. गेटिंग मी? अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर माइक्रोलिथ्स. Microlith is a small stone tool. Megalith means वे naturally बड़ी बड़ी tools हैं, बड़ी बड़ी stones हैं जो automatically caves बना है. Microlith क्या है? वे according to the requirement, जब plants produce हो रहा है उसको निकालना है, ऐसा चीज करने को they made it. So microlith is a small tool, stone tool, typically a centimeter or so in length and half a centimeter wide. नाम से ही बता रहे हैं ना, micro means small, mega means big, lith means stone. Got it? ये याद रखिए इंपॉर्टेंट साइट्स क्या है इस फेज का, इस पीरियड का. एक है बगौर, बगौर इन राजस्थान प्रेजेंट डे. यहाँ हाईलाइट क्या है? द फर्स्ट एविडेंस ऑफ इंटेंशनल डिस्पोजल ऑफ द डेड. पहले क्या होता है, डेड बॉडी वैसा तो मर गया तो मे बी उनका बोन्स अभी मिलता होगा, बट इंटेंशनली डिस्पोज किया है, मतलब मे बी इसको कहीं एक डिग करके उस पर रखा होगा. सो दिस इज बगोर. दिस इज ए साइट इन प्रेजेंट डे राजस्थान which belong to Mesolithic phase. Hope you understand. In fact, it is the largest Mesolithic site in India. You understand? Bagor mind में रखे. Nothing to take seriously. Bagor. Next याद रखिए आदमगढ़. Adamgarh is in present day Madhya Pradesh. Bagor in Rajasthan. Both Adamgarh and Bagor, so there was evidence of domestication of animals. Earliest evidence of domestication of animals has been provided by Adamgarh in Madhya Pradesh and Bagor in Rajasthan. Clear? The rock paintings of Mesolithic period is found in Adamgarh, Bhimbetka. So Bhimbetka में तो paintings Paleolithic में भी है. So Bhimbetka में paintings Adamgarh में भी है Mesolithic में. And Adamgarh में Bagor में earliest evidence of domestication. Got it? Next, Neolithic age. So by the time the ice has melted and men, women and children, they observed several things. One is they observed where these plants, when these plants ripen and how and all these things. Okay, like how to collect these grains, wheat, barley and all. So ये सब पता चल गया. Okay. Once they came to know, now they also have started planting because they have noticed how they are coming up. So they also started doing it. So perhaps they began looking after plants, protecting them from birds and animals so that they could grow and the seeds could ripen. In this way, people became farmers slowly. Similarly, people encouraged animals that were relatively gentle to come near the camps where they lived. These animals such as sheep, goat, cattle and also the pig lived in herds. Okay. So, मतलब इससे process एक overnight तो थोड़ी हुआ. Getting me? Similarly, they started making polished tools. जैसा उनको जरूरत है, जैसा grains है, उसको आटा बनाना है. So they made accordingly. So they started making their own tools according to the requirements, using tools as well as bone. यहाँ maybe combinations use करके. Getting me? ये सारे कोई काम करें आपको. ये याद रखिए इंपॉर्टेंट साइट्स क्या है इस पीरियड का. एक है बुर्ज होम, कश्मीर में है, प्रेजेंट डे J&K में बुर्ज होम. So archaeologists have found traces of huts or houses at Burj Home in present day Kashmir. Getting me? People built pit houses which were dug into the ground with steps leading into them. These may have provided shelter in cold weather. Cold time पे क्या है, अगर आप डग करके अंदर जाएंगे थोड़ा गर्म रहता है. तो इवन these were destroyed. But ये कोई इतना important नहीं है, just mind में रख लेना. This is very important. Pottery. ये पूछ सकता है pottery पहले बार कौन सी टाइम पे invention है. So pottery was invented in which period? So that is Neolithic period. Getting me? See, Paleolithic में तो कुछ भी नहीं, hunt करते बैठा है. Mesolithic में क्या किया है? They started observing many things and rear करना शुरू किया animals को. Dog was the first animal to be tamed. In fact, maybe in fact मतलब perhaps. Similarly, Neolithic में क्या है? Pottery was the invention. Because obviously जब they are making grains and all, so they have to store it, right? So pottery is the invention. ये बुर्ज होम में pottery भी मिला है. तो इतना याद रखें, pottery मिला है. Even dug करके dig करके अंदर houses भी बनाया है. So बुर्ज होम है कश्मीर में. Similarly, है one more important site of this period, Mehergarh. Almost 7000 BC time से Mehergarh is known, and in fact the oldest or the earliest agricultural community is from Mehergarh. Mehergarh is in present day Pakistan. Okay, so Mehergarh नाम याद रखें. Even this kind of houses were found there. Okay, include remains of square or rectangular houses. Each house had 4 or more compartments. Even some of them were used for storage. Maybe grains को store करने को use किया है वगैरह वगैरह. So megalith से लेके rock shelter से लेके कहाँ तक पहुँच गए देखो. Getting me? Similarly important, Several burial sites have been found at Mehergarh. In one instance, the dead person was buried with goats. So एक बंदे के साथ goats को भी बरी किया है. Maybe it could be the reason because it meant to serve as food in the next world. उनका मानना होगा वे अगले दुनिया में पहुंच जाएगा, वहां उनको भूख लगेगा तो साथ गोट भी भेज देंगे. इस तरह की सोच ऐसा. ठीक है? You understand? नेक्स्ट है वन मोर साइड माइंड में रखिए, डिजोली हेडिंग. ये प्रेजेंट है असम में है, ब्रह्मपुत्र वैली में. सो इट इज आल्सो ए नियोलिथिक साइट. जस्ट याद रखिए, कुछ नथिंग टू टेक सीरियसली, ये नाम याद रखिए. ओके, सी आई जस्ट रीड आउट हियर. स्टोन टूल्स इंक्लूडिंग मोटार्स एंड पेजल्स हैव बीन फाउंड. These indicate that people were probably growing grain and preparing food from it. So other finds include jadate, a stone that may have been brought from China, because China से भी means communication भी शुरू हुआ है. Also common are finds of tools made of fossil wood and pottery. Hope you understand. So Neolithic sites क्या है? भिमबेटका. भिमबेटका तो तीनों phases में है. बुर्जहोम in Kashmir. Similarly मेहरगढ़ प्रेजेंट डे पाकिस्तान में. डेजोली हेडिंग present day Assam में. Got it? So this is all about Stone Age and very early time. This topic is not very important, just एक बार देख लीजिए. Hope you understand. Now let me summarize what all we have seen. First we understood the timeline. 4.6 billion years ago Earth was formed. 3.5 billion years ago life began. 6 million years ago first man appeared in Africa, but not different from ape. 2 million years ago modern man appeared again in Africa, and from that time onwards we call it quaternary phase. So present we are in quaternary phase of Earth. 2 million BC till 12,000 BC the surface of Earth was covered with ice. That's why that is called Ice Age or Pleistocene. 12,000 BC onwards we call it Holocene. Got it? Now Paleolithic, 2 million BC to 12,000 BC, people were hunters. Megaliths means large stones generally formed as caves where people used to live in those. Important sites of that period were Bhimbetka, which is in present day Madhya Pradesh, Narmada Valley में. Hanski, because they used to choose river valleys because it was easy, because water and all. So Hanski, present day Karnataka, Tungabhadra Valley or Tungabhadra River, and Kannur, present day AP, again in Tungabhadra River. Then Mesolithic phase, 12,000 BC to 10,000 BC. This was the time when ice started melting. People started rearing of animals. Dog might be the first one. Fishing also started. Food gathering, because slowly grasslands developed hone laga. Microliths, people developed small tools which they can use for other purposes, small and sharp stone tools. Important sites include Bhimbetka, Bagor in Rajasthan, where intentional disposal of dead was found. It was in fact one of the largest sites. Adamgarh, Madhya Pradesh में, paintings were there. Earliest evidence of domestication of animals were there. Even this is there in Bagor also, domestication of animals. Neolithic, 10,000 BC to approximately, we cannot say exactly 4,000 BC. कहीं 4,000 BC है, कहीं बाद में. Even megalith, you see, it is a rough time. Suppose I say megaliths were in Paleolithic, where people used to live in those caves which were made by large stones. But even in South India, second BC time पे भी ऐसा रहते थे लोग. So we cannot exactly say every place ऐसा है. Okay, general category. So that's why ऐसा कोई question नहीं आएगा exactly ये बताओ. Okay. So 10,000 to 4,000 BC. कुछ जगह पे 4,000 BC क्या 2,000 BC भी they are into Neolithic only, because they are still using, they did not find copper tools. They were using only stone tools. So we cannot say. Okay. All these timelines are approximately and keeping most of the areas in mind, most of the sites in mind. First use of pottery, this is important. First use of pottery कब है? Neolithic में. It was the phase towards settled life. People started settling because they have identified, they have learned when rice or barley, wheat will come. Okay. So important sites include Buddhihome, Jammu and Kashmir. Pit houses were found, pots were found. Mehergarh, present day Pakistan. Earliest agricultural community, disposal of dead with goats. rectangular or square houses. Dijoli heading Assam में mortars, pebbles, jaded stone imported from China and pots. ये पेसल्स, ये मोटर्स क्या होता है, लाइक ये आटा पीसने के लिए यूज करता है, जैसे ग्रेन्स है ऐसा चीज. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट स्टोन एज. ओके, सो थैंक यू.